So I know I'm not the only one. One week you're lifting heavy, running a 5K, doing all the things and feeling like Superwoman, just out here glowing. But the next week you're bloated, you're tired, you're craving chocolate. And on top of all of that, you want to skip your workouts and probably have. We can blame this on your cycle. In this video, we're diving into how your menstrual cycle affects your mood, your motivation, your workouts, and your cravings. And we're also going to discuss how you can finally stop fighting your body and start flowing with it. Hey babes, welcome or welcome back. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Daisha and I help you take a mindful approach to wellness. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below and let me know what you would like to see more of. I would love to chat with you. Okay, so I know you've seen the title to this video, but let's get into a little disclaimer because I am just a registered nurse. I am not a medical doctor. And more importantly, I am not your medical doctor. So if you have any questions about your personal health or would like to make any changes to your personal health routine, be sure to consult your primary care provider. Okay, cool. Let's get started. So in case you were wondering, you're not lazy. It's your cycle. The cravings, your mood, bloating, and how it affects your workouts, we're going to talk about it here. So let's jump right into the menstrual phase, which is days 1 through 5. This is your period, when Aunt Flo, or whoever you like to call her, arrives. This is when hormones like estrogen and progesterone are at the lowest. Your energy is down and your cravings can spike. You might feel crampy, tired, and a little emotional, or a lot for some people. If you're experiencing this fatigue, the moodiness, the bloating, the best things for you to do is to consume iron-rich food because you're losing a lot of iron through your blood flow. So iron-rich foods such as spinach, lentils, and lean beef are great things to incorporate into your diet around this time. It's also really important to incorporate anti-inflammatory foods such as certain soups or turmeric tea. You also want to include some hydrating foods such as cucumber and watermelon. And at this point in your cycle, it's important for you to have some movement if you can tolerate it, such as stretching, yoga, or walking. Or if you can't, just rest. Seriously, this is not the time to push yourself. So what comes after your menstrual phase? Well, that's your follicular phase. This is days 6 through 12 of your entire menstrual cycle. During this time, your estrogen is rising and so is your energy. So this is the ideal time to plan, to push, to try new things. Your brain is sharp, your mood is lifted, and you're less bloated. You might feel more clear-headed and confident, and your motivation has improved. Some great foods to incorporate during this time of your cycle is a lot of lean protein, colorful veggies, some complex carbs, and some prebiotics for gut health, such as oats and garlic, or some kefir. This is a great time to lift heavy, try new routines such as CrossFit or a new Legree class, or even go for a run. Your follicular phase is your green light week. So go for it. Do whatever you can while your energy and your mood is high. The next phase after your follicular phase is ovulation. So for my girlies over 30, we're going to keep this for another time. But if you know, ovulation phase is a beast. I like to call this the glow up week. This is where your energy peaks. You're glowing, you're magnetic, you're social, you feel sexy, and you feel strong. Some people may also experience some bloating during this phase and maybe even some weird mid-cycle cravings. But besides that, your social media and your confidence, like I said, are usually through the roof at this point. And you may be feeling a little friskier than normal. And you probably continue to feel super strong in your workouts. This is a perfect time to eat foods that are rich in magnesium, such as avocados and nuts. And for my girlies that get a little bloated during this time, make sure you consume some cucumbers, lemon, increase your water intake, and throw a little parsley in there when you're preparing some meals. Consume your lean proteins for muscle recovery. And this is definitely, again, another point where you can do the HIIT workouts, boot camps, and go for those PRs and heavy lifts. And like I said, continue to hydrate more because that estrogen can increase your water retention. The next phase after ovulation, because we reached our peak, we gotta come back down. And we may all know and have heard of the luteal phase. This is where you can feel like your life is absolutely falling apart. I always tell people, if you feel like your world is ending, just know your period is coming the week after that. This is when your progesterone rises and your estrogen falls, and your body is preparing for your period again. This is when you feel irritable. You're craving the sugar, you're craving the carbs. You may be bloated even more than you were, super tired, or anxious. This is the perfect time to give your body what it's asking for, some carbs. So indulge in those complex carbs, such as sweet potatoes and brown rice. It's also good to take in some cruciferous veggies, such as broccoli, or have some kale. You can also incorporate some magnesium-rich foods, such as dark chocolate, since we're probably craving that already. And that dark chocolate can even help with your mood support. This is an important time to avoid those salty snacks or caffeine, which can make bloating worse. As far as movement goes, this is where you need to scale back the walks a little bit in preparation for the upcoming menstrual phase. Do some stretching, yoga, maybe some light strength training, but that's about it. This is where you kind of maintain and try not to push yourself too much. Honor your energy and respect your body and what it's telling you. This is not the time to push yourself. This is your time to maintain and slowly dial it back. Before I personally knew any better, I definitely used to beat myself up during this phase because I was like, how was I lifting this last week and I can't lift it this week? Why am I so irritable? Why do I feel like everything is going wrong? What is wrong with me? But no, you're not crazy. This is something natural that women just have to go through. Wondering why I'm so unmotivated or why I can't stick with the plan. But once I started actually paying attention and syncing with my cycle, I realized I'm not really inconsistent. I was just misaligned. Some weeks your body is building, and some weeks your body is begging for rest. Both weeks, you need to listen to it. That's how you build wisdom about your body and its functions. So, how do you get more aligned and more on track with your body and what you're experiencing? The first tip, track your cycles. I personally track mine using the Fitbit app. It's random, and there are a ton of different apps in the App Store. Just search one up and download it and start logging as soon as you start your cycle this next time. Awareness is the first step. Second tip is match your workout. Lift during your follicular phase and ovulation. Rest and flow during your menstrual and luteal phase. It's pretty much that simple. Tip 3, plan your food. You're going to need more fuel in your luteal phase. Don't panic about that. Again, listen to and honor your body. It's important that you plan smarter. Tip 4, get sunlight. This is so important. In my opinion, sunlight is a requirement all weeks of your cycle, but during your luteal and menstrual phases, it's especially important. It boosts your mood and helps to regulate your own internal clock. Tip 5, speak kindly to your body. Being tired doesn't mean you're lazy. Cravings don't mean failure. You are allowed to flow with what's naturally occurring. It's not like we can stop it. The more you understand your body, the less you actually try to fight it, and the more you end up thriving. As women, we're not meant to feel the same every day, unfortunately. We're cyclical. And once you learn to actually work with that rhythm, everything changes. Your workouts, your weight loss, your self-trust, and your peace. If this helped you feel seen and gave you a little bit more insight on what's possibly going on and the tips to manage it, give it a like so it reaches someone else who needs to hear this. Drop a comment with what phase you're in and what you notice most about your body. Or if you have no clue, let me know if you plan to start tracking your cycle so that you can become more aware. Hit subscribe for more wellness and weight loss tips and self-trust in action. And as always, you got this, babes. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.